Good afternoon, Ghana. It's 12 o'clock. Time to reach for mobile water. Mobile water, unique in every way.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Citi News. It's midday. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Citi Prime News. The news is live from our studios at number 11 Dr. Martin Loop in Adabraka, Accra. The news is also live on all affiliate stations across the country and also live on citynewsroom.com. I am Fauzu Masaudu. Coming up, tributes pour in from world leaders following the passing of leader of the Roman Catholic Church, Pope Francis.
Alle ore 7:35.
Dear brothers and sisters, with deep sorrow I must announce the death of our Holy Father Francis.
Also coming up, fire guards part of a two-story building housing over 150 students of the Kwadaso SDA Nursing and Midwifery College in the Kwadaso municipality of the Ashanti region. Still ahead, Health Committee of Parliament embarks on fact-finding visit to regional and teaching hospitals following concerns of obsolete equipment and poor service delivery.
Because every now and then certain complaints, either in the form of lack of equipment or obsolete equipment at health facilities, these complaints continue coming every now and then. So the committee has decided to embark upon a fact-finding tour.
Later, CTFM and Channel 1 TV embark on 2025 Easter Orphan Project with donations of cash and relief items to selected organizations.
We are so grateful unto CTFM.
The details. Now, world leaders are paying glowing tribute to the head of the Catholic Church, Pope Francis, who died this morning. The Dutch Prime Minister Dick Schoof says Pope Francis was in a very way a man of the people. The European Parliament President Roberta Metsola says his contagious smile captured millions of people's hearts across the globe. The Vatican this morning announced the death of Pope Francis through Cardinal Kevin Farrell.
5 di questa mattina il vescovo di Roma Francesco è tornato alla casa del Padre.
Dear brothers and sisters, with deep sorrow I must announce the death of our Holy Father Francis. At 7:35 this morning, the Bishop of Rome, Francis, returned to the house of the Father. His whole life was dedicated to the service of the Lord and His Church. He taught us to live the values of the gospel with fidelity, courage, and universal love, especially in favor of the poorest and most marginalized. With immense gratitude for his example as a true disciple of the Lord Jesus, we commend the soul of Pope Francis to the infinite merciful love of God.
All'infinito amore misericordioso di Dio uno et gratia.
Cardinal Kevin Farrell of the Vatican announcing the death of Pope Francis. We are now joined on the phone lines by His Grace Most Reverend Matthew Kwesi Gyamfi, President of the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference. Hello, Most Reverend, can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, Grace, thank you so much for speaking with us briefly in this difficult time. Please accept our deepest condolences on the passing of His Holiness Pope Francis. Now, to begin with, how would you sum up Pope Francis's most lasting contributions to the Catholic Church and the wider world?
Significant. a couple of weeks he has not been very well. And I think this is the time that the Lord has called him Easter Monday. And we pray he resurrects with the Lord. May he rest in peace.
Certainly. Now, Most Reverend, the Pope was largely known for his humility and, servant leadership. In your view, how do you think these qualities have shaped the way, of doing things so far as the Catholic mission is concerned?
Okay. For us, the leader means a lot. And Jesus meant a lot. And his example is what we have all been trying to practice these years. So now the leader of the Catholic Church, following in the steps of Christ, has tremendous influence. His life is always an example for the people that he leads. If he's proud, the people will tend to be proud. If he's humble, the people he's leading will tend to be humble. And that is why whoever he was, and he is a lasting impression. It cannot be effaced. It will always continue. His life of humility, his life of respect for human dignity, the underprivileged, and teaching the clergy, the bishops, the religious, and the entire faithful to have a very soft heart, soft spot for the underprivileged and the needy, and then to go to their aid. His respect for... Go ahead.
Yeah, right. We are pressed for time, so we'd have to do this quite quickly. But, Pope Francis was also noted for addressing complex issues. For instance, the controversial LGBTQ, as in his stance on it, the inclusion of environmental protection, and what have you. How did his stance on these matters influence the direction of the Church?
Now, what the Pope has been teaching on LGBTQ is just applying the Church's teachings that already exist on the situation. Earlier and previously, this challenge has not been obvious, but the Church already has teachings on that. So the Pope was only applying what the Church teaches to this situation. And because it is a very complex situation, he has to use the Church's methods also in a similarly complex way. He didn't introduce any new teachings on what already the Church had on LGBTQ. He only applied it to the situations as they should.
What can you also share with us about the immediate steps the Church is taking following his passing?
Come again, please.
I asked what you can share, if there was any, available information you could share with us regarding the immediate steps the Church, for instance, is taking following his passing.
Yes, the Church has a very long tradition of what to do when the Pope dies. And now they'll apply these tested traditions and follow all the procedures. So now the Pope is dead, we have somebody who is a caretaker, so to speak, and he will lead and apply the already existing structures as to who does what when the Pope dies, including who arranges for the funeral and etc. And then on the day that the burial is done, one of the cardinals, usually the president of the College of Cardinals, will lead the mass for the burial and funeral of the Holy Father. After that, then the cardinals will all meet in what we call the conclave, which is just another name for a meeting of cardinals to elect a pope. And they pray to the Holy Spirit to inspire them, to direct them, to put their humanness aside, so that whoever amongst them or in the church who can lead the church in this time, the Holy Spirit will make them choose such a person to lead the church.
Thank you very much, Most Reverend, for making time for us. Thank you so much. We appreciate. Now, Most Reverend Matthew Kwesi Jemfi is president of the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference. Now, tributes are really and truly pouring in from world leaders, and certainly one from President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama. My colleague Hansen Ajiman is in studio to run us by what the president has been saying following the passing of Pope Francis. Hansen, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, what has the president been saying on his socials?
The president makes a post on his Facebook wall where he says, "The world woke up to the sad news of Pope Francis's passing. On behalf of my family and the people of Ghana, I extend heartfelt condolences to the Roman Catholic Church and all Catholic faithful in Ghana during this time of profound grief. I fondly remember visiting the Vatican after with my wife Lodina, where we had the distinct honor of meeting Pope Francis. His legacy of compassion, humility, and commitment to social justice will continue to inspire generations. His leadership and advocacy for the poor and marginalized resonate deeply. May his soul rest in perfect peace." And he added a picture of himself and the late Pope when he visited the Vatican.
Okay, thank you so much, Hansen. Definitely not a good time, a happy moment for the Catholic Church. But thank you so much. And that was my colleague Hansen Ajiman running us by, the tribute from President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama. We move on to some more stories. On a rather sadder note, now the top floor of a two-story hostel housing over 150 students of the Kwadaso SDA Nursing and Midwifery Training College has been destroyed following a fire outbreak at Kwadaso within the Kwadaso municipality of the Ashanti region. According to some of the students, the incident occurred around 5 p.m. on Sunday, April 20, 2025. The swift intervention of officers from the Ghana National Fire Service salvaged the situation, thereby preventing the fire from spreading to the ground floor. The fire destroyed all belongings of the students on the top floor, including mattresses, laptops, provisions, stationery, and other essential items. No casualties were recorded, as management of the school indicated that some students had gone home for the Easter holidays. Now, heads of state, foreign affairs and finance ministers from 12 ECOWAS member countries, led by Nigeria's president and current ECOWAS chairman, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, are expected in Ghana from today through April 22nd for the launch of the ECOWAS at 50th anniversary celebrations. The year-long Golden Jubilee officially kicks off in Accra on April 22 with a formal launch ceremony and high-level dialogue centered on regional integration, peace and economic cooperation. Despite the withdrawal of Mali, Niger and Burkina Faso from ECOWAS, all these three nations have received special invitations extended by President John Dramani Mahama. Ghana's Foreign Minister Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa says the meeting will primarily discuss regional integrations and exit of Mali, Niger and Burkina Faso from ECOWAS.
As part of the Golden Jubilee launch, Ghana will host an extraordinary meeting of the Council of Ministers of ECOWAS on 22nd and 23rd of April 2025. This meeting will thus take place immediately after the launch event. This extraordinary meeting of the Council of Ministers, which will be attended by all foreign ministers and finance ministers of ECOWAS member states, will deliberate on the exit of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, the alliance of Sahelian states, from ECOWAS, and prepare a comprehensive report for the consideration of heads of state. It is our expectation that the launch will be attended by the chair of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President of the ECOWAS Commission, heads of state and government of member states, ministers of foreign affairs and finance ministers of member states, heads of partner organizations, as well as representatives of the Alliance of Sahelian States. It is worth emphasizing that the host president, President Mahama, has specially invited the heads of states of the three AES countries.
Now, Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa also reaffirmed the bloc's vision, including plans for a single currency known as ECU, which has been on the agenda for many years.
The vision is alive. It has not been abandoned. It's not been deserted. The challenge is with finding a common platform to converge. But to the extent that the preliminary structures have been done, and there is also that political will, I would say that let us keep hope alive, and that in the shortest possible time we shall have a common currency. Not only a common currency, but a common standby force and common institutions that will help in helping us attain full integration, including a common central bank and all of those ideals that our founding fathers committed to when the organization was born in 1975.
You heard the Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa. You are still listening to the City Prime News with me, Fauzu Masaudu. We're going on a quick breather. When we come back, now CTFM and Channel 1 TV embark on 2025 Easter Orphan Project with donations of cash and relief items to selected organizations. We tell you more and some other stories after this. Please stay tuned in.
City Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Looking for the latest buzz in Ghana's entertainment world? Welcome to Ghana Weekend, your ultimate destination for all things creativity and entertainment.
Stay in the loop with breaking news, exclusive interviews, and then insider stories from your favorite creatives and stars. From music, movies, fashion and art, lifestyle and culture, Ghana Weekend brings it all together. Get a daily dose of entertainment, discover new talent, and never miss out on the creativity that defines our vibrant culture.
Stay connected with us across all platforms. Follow us on Instagram with the handle Ghana Weekend, on X Ghana Weekend, on TikTok Ghana Weekend, at Ghana Weekend TV on YouTube for the latest in entertainment, travel, and everything Ghana. Don't miss out. Join the Ghana Weekend family today. Ghana Weekend, where entertainment meets creativity. Visit GhanaWeekend.com now.
City Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
You're welcome back to the City Prime News. Now, the Health Committee of Parliament will embark on a 4-day fact-finding visit to regional and teaching hospitals across the country from tomorrow to Friday. The purpose of the tour is to assess healthcare infrastructure and service delivery in line with the committee's oversight mandate. A member of the committee, Alexander Resolvet, has been providing details of the tour in an interview with City News.
The team is divided into 3, with one team responsible for the northern sector, led by the chairman of the committee, another team for the middle belt to part of the southern sector, middle belt and the southern sector, and another team will go to the western area from central to the western side of the country. Because every now and then certain complaints, either in the form of lack of equipment or obsolete equipment at the health facilities, these complaints continue coming every now and then. So the committee has decided to embark upon a fact-finding tour in order to look at all this and maybe make a recommendation to government to find a solution to some of these problems.
He also reacted to a directive from the Ghana Health Service banning the collection of fees for the use of washrooms in all its facilities following public outcry.
I had also visited some of these health facilities. The lavatory and other places are nothing to write home about. They look very, very dirty, and you cannot just access them because they are not in good shape. I think the thought of the management of the health facilities is that anything that is paid for is cared for. So if users of these facilities are made to maybe pay a token. They will see the wisdom in maintaining some of these facilities. Asking maybe a poor patient to pay may be a problem. But I think we should rather design a different way of making people care for facilities that they use rather than taking money from them, because the fact is that a lot of our people live below the poverty line, mainly people who go to access these facilities.
Member of the Health Committee of Parliament, Alexander Resolvet. Now, Auda Hub Limited has launched the Auda App, a mobile platform offering easy access to essential home and office services. The app allows users to book professionals for cleaning, fumigation, electrical repairs, carpentry, plumbing, and air conditioning service. Head of Marketing and Business Development, Lorinda Ciarino, says the app not only enhances convenience but also helps tackle unemployment. She added that all service providers on the platform are certified to ensure quality and safety.
For us, because we want transparency and we want people to trust us, we have two activities on the app. We have the flex and then we have the premium. So the premium is for people who want to request for the service, and then the artisan comes and then assess the issue before an invoice is raised. Then the flexible one is for people who want to bargain. It's mainly for bargaining. So you set a price and then the artisan accepts it or asks you to up the game. You up it up. So that is what happens there. So the price, you determine the price you want to pay. Our services are also backed with insurance. For instance, if somebody should come to your house to fix an air condition and then something gets broken in the AC, the insurance takes care of that. It's going to tackle unemployment because we want you to be your own boss. We don't want the situation you're out of school or you're out of your technical institution and you are home. I mean, once you have the expertise, you have the capabilities, you can work.
Lorinda Ciarino is Head of Marketing and Business Development at Auda Hub Limited. Meanwhile, Head of Customer Service at Auda Hub Limited, Vanessa Williams, also speaking to the media, assured the public of Auda Hub's commitment to delivering high-quality services with a strong emphasis on safety, professionalism, and customer satisfaction.
I'll just say that they should download the app because it is quite reliable and fast, and then it's the easiest way to also get services done for you. So download the app. It's a very seamless process and you love it. With the traditional way of doing things, sometimes you call the artisan and then he'll give you a whole lot of excuses. He'll tell you that, oh, I'll be available, but in the next moment he'll tell you that, oh, I've had an emergency, so I'll not be able to make it. And then the communication is not properly structured, so you are left hanging by the artisan. So Auda, what we do is that we structure everything. So from the beginning of when the customer makes a request, we ensure that we serve as the middleman. So we serve as the middleman for between the customer and then the artisan. So from the beginning of the request to the ending of the request, Auda is there to ensure that the customer is satisfied with the request. Even if there's a delay on the artisan's part, Auda makes sure that the customer is made aware of it, and then if we have to suspend the work and then renew it with a new date, we do that and make sure that the customer is satisfied with the work that is being done.
Vanessa Williams is Head of Customer Service at Auda Hub Limited. Now, as part of its Easter Orphan Project, the CTFM Foundation presented a check of 50,000 Ghana cedis to the Baptist School Complex Orphanage Bansko at Troto, near Suhum in the Eastern region. The check was presented as financial assistance to support the operation of the orphanage. This annual initiative is made possible through the generosity of listeners and viewers of CTFM and Channel 1 TV. Reverend Victor Ofori Amwa, founder and director of Bansko, expressed appreciation to the CTFM Foundation for its continued support over the past 17 years.
We are so grateful unto CTFM. 17 years ago, around the hours of 9:30, we saw a big truck coming in. I mean, when I say big truck, it has everything that we needed at that particular moment. From bed to milk to food and some money to even manage the school. Sometimes we can't even put up certain things. But when CTFM and Channel 1 TV, when they started coming in, they have really changed our lives. The children want to really always listen to CTFM because of the English that they will be speaking on it.
Reverend Victor Ofori Amwa is founder and director of the Baptist School Complex Orphanage Bar School. Meanwhile, managing director for CTFM and Channel 1 TV, Samuel Atamensa, during an earlier donation of 25,000 Ghana cedis and other assorted items to the Iris Place Rehabilitation Center in Accra, commended the center's management for their effort in helping individuals rebuild their lives.
During Easter, we raised money from our listeners and viewers who donate graciously. For the first time, we thought of visiting this place because of the great work we're doing in reforming people. We have other members of our team visiting other places and orphanages. And so here we are with the bags of rice, oil, milk, used clothing that have been given to us, listeners and viewers, key among which is Access Bank, who gave us the rice and the milk. And so we are here to donate with a sum of 25,000 Ghana cedis.
Samuel Atamensa is managing director for CTFM and Channel 1 TV. The team also visited the Chosen Rehab Center for the purposes of the project. Here is head of events and partnerships for CTFM and Channel 1 TV, Frema Edunyame.
We just believe that what we have brought today, these items and the check we have presented, 25,000 cedis, will go a long way to support your work that you are doing here. We believe that next year, God willing, we'll also have more with the support of our listeners and our viewers. So we can continue to do activity. So once again, on behalf of management of Channel 1 TV and CTFM, we say these are the items we are bringing to you in our Easter Orphan project.
Frema Edunyame is head of events and partnerships for CTFM and Channel 1 TV. Let's do some more stories. Now, the Deputy Director of Operations at the Presidency, Mustafa Gbandi, says Chief Justice Gertrude Tokono will be removed from office. He describes the petitions seeking her removal as revealing and significant. His comments follow reports that President Mahama plans to suspend the Chief Justice to allow investigations to begin. Gbandi, who is also Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, insists her removal is inevitable.
We have come not just repeating precedents, but we deal with everyone on case by case basis. The Chief Justice would have to go. The Electoral Commission chairperson and other politically exposed directors would have to go, and indeed they will go. It's just a matter of time, so that we can fill those places with persons who are not politically exposed. President Akufo-Addo kept and packed the judiciary so that all the appointees who will be taken to court will escape. The current Chief Justice is politically exposed. The provisions of the Constitution have been triggered. People have petitioned. And petitions are still ongoing. They are coming. Chief Justice knows that there are more petitions against her, including issues that borders on criminality. And all of these, fidelity of the constitutional provisions have been given respect.
Deputy Director of Operations at the Presidency, Mustafa Gbandi. Now, the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, PURC, has described the passing of its board chair, Professor Thomas Akabza, as a significant loss. He was appointed by former President John Mahama to lead the 8-member PURC board. Though unable to attend the official swearing in person, he joined virtually and was formally inducted on March 28, 2025. A delegation from the PURC board has since visited his residence to commiserate with the family. Board member Nana Ya Jantua was part of the delegation that paid their respects.
Prof was a very great man. He was a good man. He was excellently intelligent, and he As a chief director of the Ministry of Energy, he was in the midst of the load shedding and management of the load shedding in the country, and he did this excellently well in spite of all the issues that were around it. Prof, when he was appointed as chairman of the PURC, it was very relating and refreshing, and so we were all happy that it was coming on board with a wealth of experience and a world of experience as far as energy is concerned.
Nanaya Jantwa is a board member of the PURC, and that's how we end today's edition of the City Prime News, which has been live from our studios at Adabraka in Accra. For more stories, please visit citynewsroom.com. I am Fauzu Masaudu. Have a good afternoon.
City News. We speak first. Reach our hotline on 0302 224959 and get interactive on Facebook, City 97.3 FM, and on Twitter at City 973.